To order. It is October 24th, 2017.
Good evening, Commissioners. My daughter wrote a speech, and she wants me to read it on her behalf, and then I wrote something as well. So I'll start with that. Okay. Good evening, Superintendent Matthews and Commissioners. My name is Sofia Collins. Last year at my school, I heard some boys joking about the KKK and sending kids back to Mexico. The teacher tried to stop it, but it continued. My mom and I reported it to the principal, and she basically blew it off. I wasn't mad at the kids, but I felt they weren't truly informed about what they were joking about. We eventually resolved the problem, but it was never communicated to the rest of the students what they should and shouldn't say or do. There are good teachers who address racism in their classrooms when it occurs, but there are also inexperienced teachers who don't know how to deal with it. All teachers should be prepared to take on teaching every day. That includes talking about racism, sexism, and homophobia. My school has a new principal who is now dealing with issues like these, but all schools should do the same thing. Thank you. Okay, so on a similar note, my name's Alison Collins, and I'm here in support of the APAC, which is doing a great work to support our Black families in our districts. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I just wanted to say that this year I found out that even though there's been a lot of really great changes at my school, my daughters are in the 7th grade, and they have a reading list that consists of 7 out of 8 authors who are white women. One is Asian. I was kind of surprised to hear that, and was also surprised to learn that this is the entire 7th grade, and that this reading list has been used for the past several years. What I'm seeing is that when I asked about it at my school and I talked with district leaders, I found out some pretty surprising things, considering that I was an educator at Galileo about 20 years ago, and I had a very diverse reading list. But I learned at that time that the district leaders have no way of knowing what books are intentionally being chosen by teachers for instruction, and specifically in English language arts classrooms. They don't know what books are available for students in K-5 classrooms. There are no recommended guidelines for choosing diverse books, and there's no professional development for staff in examining implicit bias in how they choose books. There is also no district curriculum around how do you define racism, sexism, those types of terms, harassment. So kids can't even report discrimination because they don't have the proper terminology. Sofia is telling me that sometimes kids say, oh, that's racist, when really kids are just naming race. And so even that isn't available. Currently, in my daughter's English language arts classes, they are receiving curriculum that centers whiteness and erases contributions of Black and brown students. We basically, in our district, have an opt-in system that says you can change if you want to. But I know if you want to change structural racism, you have to be intentional, and you have to have systems and structures that reach all students. So I want to applaud UESF for their support of getting teachers training, and I want to work with the district to find systemic and structural ways to support teachers in fulfilling our vision of access, equity, and accountability to all families, including Black families who want to see ourselves visible and valued in our schools. Thank you.